Hey guys, I'm back and I'm going to be using my Jaclyn hair palette. I love it so much. Okay, so I'm going to hop right into this. I'm taking my ColourPop blending brush and I'm taking the color Creamscicle. This is going to be my transition shade. It doesn't show up as well on me because I am like more medium tone or more tan, but it's perfect as a transition shade. And I love this ColourPop brush. I definitely need to get more. This is the blending brush. Then I'm going into my e.l.f. blending brush and I'm going to be deepening up that crease with a little bit of Hunts. I was out of frame so I just cut that out, but I'm taking Hunts on my brush and into my crease. I'm trying to build that up as much as I can, but without making it too much. I'm going to deepen it with another shade from this palette as well, but I'm just going back in with my ColourPop blending brush and just blending everything out so no harsh lines or anything, because it's going to be a really unique look. So I just don't want any harsh lines because this look requires no harsh lines, and I'm just going in with a clean, like I've cleaned my brush and I'm just going back in with the ColourPop brush so that it's clean, and then just building that up. I took Hunts and Jacz to deepen that crease shade a little bit more. I didn't want to go straight in with Jacz because it's a little bit too deep for this look, but sometimes I do go, like if I want to go all out, I do go for a little bit, tiny bit of Jacz. It's really pigmented, so that's why I mix it with a little bit of Hunts. Okay, so then I'm going in with Jada. So this is a really pretty shade. It's really bright and teal, but here it's obviously not because it's mixing with all the reds and stuff. But this is going to be, I put it lower into my crease than those other two shades, as you can tell, because it's going to be blending out the next shade that's going to be coming in. So I'm just putting that down, packing it, and then blending it, packing it, and then blending it until I get it where I want. So then with this flat top brush, I'm taking Enchanted all over the lid. This is my technique of a halo eye because I don't like halo eyes in general, but this is how I do mine, so I don't have a whole bunch of product in my inner corner. But this does have fallout, but I go back in with that same brush that I took Jada on and blend those that crease, and I blend those lines so it doesn't look harsh. And then I go back in with that ColourPop, it blends it, and then I go back in with that other reddish shade. I go in with Hunts, just a little tiny bit of Hunts and Creamscicle, and blend that out. And then go back in with Enchanted, and then go back in with that other Jada color, just to blend everything, and so there's no harsh lines at all, because it's just not okay if we have harsh lines. So just blend, 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 and just take a little bit of setting spray, and I took a little bit of Diva. This is a really great like foresty green that is so beautiful, and this really doesn't need setting spray, but I just like it so it doesn't fall out on my face and it stays all day. I do use setting spray, and I used the e.l.f. one, and then I just go back in and blend. And I went back in with Enchanted because when you blend you sort of like lose that color, so I don't want to lose that color. So I went back in just so that it was prominent on where I wanted it, and then I would go back in and blend, and then I went back and put a little bit more Diva. Then I took Pool Party, my favorite shade I think out of this whole palette, and right in the center. So I created the halo part eye with Diva, and then right in the center of Diva where I mapped that out, I put Pool Party, so that would shine bright and be the brightest thing you would ever see. Then I went back in with Creamscicle and Hunts so that upper crease would be really like red and prominent, because I really wanted it to be like that. And then I did my wing liner with my e.l.f. liner, which by the way I love. And then for my bottom lash line I did Creamscicle, and then I went back in with Hunts and Jacz, and then with a more detailed brush I later went in with Enchanted and Jada. I mixed those two to make it really nice and tight and close to my lashes. And then I used my Paradise, Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, and then I used this liner for my waterline on the inner corner, and then I used Enlight for my brow bone. I love this one for my brow bone. I just sometimes wipe it off with my finger a little bit just to dilute it because it's a little bright. And then I take this really tiny detail brush and used Beam for my inner corner, and I love this color for my inner corner. It is so beautiful. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And then I went in with these lashes by Vegas Nay. They are beautiful. I love them. They're so dramatic, but I love them. so much. I'll link these down below. I love these so much. This is my first time using them actually, but I'm gonna go in with bronzer, and the bronzer that I use, you guys know, is by Bare Minerals, and the face color in Warmth. And I just took this like angled blush brush and put it all over to bronze. I don't contour. I do this more for the color because I do have like naturally hollowed cheekbones. I took this on my cheekbones, on my forehead, on my chin, and I just take that big brush, and I don't contour my nose because I love my nose, but just to give it color because I don't like it to be like lighter than my face, I just go right on my nose with a little bit. And then for blush, you guys know from my last video, this is my favorite blush at the moment. It's the e.l.f. blush palette in dark. I love this palette so much. It is my ride or die at the moment, and I just use that. I use the lightest color all over, and then I took, you guys know this technique, I used it in my last video with a more precise brush and used the darkness just to, I didn't want anything to overpower except for the highlight. The highlight, you will see that it is very overpowering in this look, not just the eyes. But I love this blush. It is my go-to. Then I used my Anastasia Glow Kit, and I just took those two shades that you saw there. I believe it was Amber Gold and Sunray, I believe. I don't know. But I just took those because the next highlight that I'm going to be using is by e.l.f. and that one's a lot lighter, so I just use these to like help me blend everything out. See that one right there? It's Moonlight Pearls by e.l.f. $3 you guys. I love this stuff. I've been using it non-stop since I discovered it. And then I just highlight. When I use this highlight, I can't stop highlighting, you guys. I take a more detailed, like small, tiny brush, and then I blend out with that big one. But that tiny one just makes it pop so much, and I love it. Sometimes I realize that I put too much on, but then I'm like, is there such a thing of like too much highlight? I think not, but sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, whoa, okay, you probably went overboard. Then I just use my e.l.f. Matte Magic Misting Set by e.l.f. as well. I love the setting spray. It's so cheap and so good. I love it. And then I did lips. So I moisturized them with a little bit of Vaseline lip therapy. And then I went in with a ColourPop lippy. This is the Ultra Satin Lip in Frick and Freck. I love this. This is my new favorite nude because usual nudes for me aren't like really great, but this one is perfect for me and it doesn't overpower this look as much. So this is a close-up of everything. I love this look so much. I've been wearing it like non-stop and like for everything that I can match it with. And I love it. I have fallen in love with it deeply. And this palette as well. This palette, it is marvelous. This Jaclyn Hill palette. I love it so much. I love her. And I'm so excited for you guys to see more tutorials with this coming soon. And yeah, you guys, I think that is pretty much it for this whole look. It's very easy. You just have to be really precise with everything. But I love this palette in general. I've done like 2 different looks. When I got it, I did 2 different looks on each eye, which is like ridiculous, but I loved it so much I wanted to try and get it on my hands. But yeah, you guys, ignore that hanger. I didn't realize it was there. But I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is like really like the first fall tutorial for this year, and I'm in love. So comment down below what you want to see next. Give this video a thumbs up, and maybe, you know, like while you're there, subscribe, like I don't know. But that is it, you guys. I love you guys with all my heart, and yeah guys, see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.